welcome back to SMG Talking Points. This is the SMG Report, rather, Talking Points. I'm Fred Willis, and my very special guest is Yvette Hayward. She is the producer and president of the African American Literary Awards. They're taking place this weekend virtually, but you won't want to miss any aspect of the show. She is on to talk about the show and so much more. So help me welcome to the show, Ms. Yvette Hayward. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so good to have you on and to learn about the awards. This is my first time hearing about it, and when I saw it, I said I absolutely have to find out more about this award.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's go. Let's dive right into it. Tell us a little more about yourself and the African American Literary Award Show.
Okay. I am Yvette Hayward, president and founder of the African American Literary Award Show. The award show is a show that honors, celebrates, and salutes the achievements of African American authors and writers in the publishing, entertainment, and literary worlds. I've been doing this show for this year is my 17th year, and the award show is going to happen virtually this year because of the pandemic on Saturday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. And it's going to be on Zoom, and we'll streamline it via StreamYard and Facebook Live. So I'm very excited about it. The award show is an actually live award show. It's an in-person award show. So every award show that you've ever seen where people come up, they have the presenters, they announce the winner, they open up the envelope, announce the winners, and they come up and they get an award. Is exactly what happens at my award show. The only difference is it's not on TV as of yet, but it's a beautiful award show. It's nothing but a sea of Black literary excellence that's in the audience of authors, aspiring authors, publishers, editors, celebrity authors, presenters, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. So I can't wait to 2022. Hopefully, with the pandemic being under control, finally we can go back to having it as an in-person show, but right now it's going to be virtual, so it'll be a sea of Black literary excellence on the computer screen.
Wonderful. And so I've got to just dive further into this show. You're honoring Gary Clemens and the late great Eric Jerome Dickey. Talk about your decision to choose your honorees this year.
Well, first of all, Eric Jerome Dickey is just near and dear to my heart. We've become great friends over the years. I was the first to bring him to New York, and we've just forged such a great friendship amongst each other, and it's just really been wonderful having him. He's been so supportive, and we talked every single day, and just to see him, to know now he passed away in January, and not to have him here, it leaves like a big hole in my heart, because he is the type of author who would help you by any means necessary. He didn't even have to know you, but just the fact that you were an author or an aspiring author and you were trying to write, he would literally just try and help you as best he can. If it meant taking you under his wing, taking you with him, if you had a book, to book signing events and telling people to buy your book as well, sharing his space on stage. That's just the type of person that he was, and he was just loved by so many. And it was only right to honor him this year. He's no longer here with us, but to honor him, to honor the work that he's doing and everything. And he's also just to pay homage to him. He was incredible. He meant a lot to the literary world. Like when he passed away, it's like the literary world died. Like so many people, everybody came out and just said so many wonderful things about him. It just was great. And as far as Gary Clemens, Gary Clemens is just doing tremendous work with the Friends of the Children, which is a mentoring program, for African American boys and girls, and it's just awesome what he does. And I think the work that he does, it gets noticed, but I don't think it gets noticed enough. And I just wanted him to know that we see him, we see what he does, we appreciate his work, and I just wanted to give him his flowers while he's still here.
I love it. That is wonderful. And so I want to ask you this: the AALAS, if I can go ahead and just speak on it in with that acronym, I want to ask you this: how do you connect with members of the literary community of the literary world in addition to this awards? I'm interested to know because when I read this, as I said earlier, I was so intrigued by it. And I'm a burgeoning author. I have a few books under my belt, but I'm looking to connect, and when I say connect, I don't mean connect as in, oh, I want to be a part, I want to be up for an award, but just learning the industry. As you said, Eric Jerome Dickey would literally take you under his wing. I'm looking for those people. So how does the AALAS connect with writers and readers throughout the year beyond the award show?
Well, I will say I have to give thanks to Eric Jerome Dickey because how we met back in 1995, and he was coming out with a book called Sister Sister. I'll just give you the short version of the story. Basically, I brought him to New York. He came out. And all I was doing was just like a huge book signing event. I was doing book signings, and he came out for it. And I had a couple of other big names authors that come out for it. After it was over, he loved it. He went back to LA, but he started giving people my number and was saying, "Oh, if you're looking for a great literary publicist, you should call Yvette Hayward." And he just gave him my number. I didn't even know he was doing it. So that's how I kind of got into it with authors. So I'm in this business where I have a lot of authors as friends. I have a lot of authors who have become like family to me. So that's how I got into it. But I think as far as for you, what you would need to do is go to different events that are book related, author related. And that's one way that you can do it. Even if they're doing stuff virtually, sign up and go to the things virtually because you can get to know some of the other authors that are there. And we're like a whole community, and like the literary world will embrace you and help you wherever they can to help you either get an editor, look at a publisher, get a literary agent. I mean, there are authors that are just like Eric Jerome Dickey that want to help and do more because it's we have to help each other, because if we don't, then we're just going to be lost trying to continue to get things done. And it doesn't cost much just to lend a hand to help somebody to get to where you are.
I love that. So I've got to ask you the importance now, uh, in celebration of the African American Literary Award Show. Talk to me about the importance of Black voices in the literary world.
Oh, wow. It's so important. I mean, we are important. We read, we write, we tell stories, we change lives. It's so important to support African American authors. Buy the book. Don't share the book. Go out and buy the book. Tell somebody else about the book and have them buy the book too. I mean, Black authors of color are so important. Their work is important. They put their blood, sweat, and tears. I've been around them when they're going through writer's block, everything, and they push through because they have that deadline that they have to give to
Mhm.
their publisher and get it done. I mean, sometimes it's with tears rolling down because they just think that they can't finish it, but they do, and then it's just tears of joy afterwards. So it's a lot that goes into it. So you definitely need to support them because they're giving you their best work. They're pouring their heart out and putting it on the page, on the page for you to read. So when you read it and you're feeling what they wrote, then they've done their job. So it's very important. African American authors matter too. It's so important.
I love that so much. And with that being said, you kind of alluded to it and answered it earlier. But I want to know how we, the community, readers as well as writers, published authors, supporters, how do we welcome and make room for new authors in the literary space?
I mean, well, we can again reach your hand out. If you see an aspiring author that's there and they're looking for help, they're looking a little advice goes a long way because that person is going to hold on to that. And if you took the time, especially and especially if it's someone that has been admiring you for years and they finally meet you, that little bit of advice will go a long way. And that advice can be where they'll continue to be an author or they may not continue to be an author. It just all depends, I mean, because they could wake up one day and just be like, you know what, I'm done. I quit. I'm just not going to do this. I don't have it.
Yeah.
Then they meet their favorite author and you give them a little bit of advice, and that's all they need to just continue to do what they have to do. So it's important to want to help, but it's also important for you to want to do it. For the person that's asking for the help to actually go out and do it instead of just don't just be starstruck behind it. If
Mm-hmm.
they're taking the time out to talk to you and to tell you these are the things that you need to do to make happen, then you need to then go out and do it. Perfect your craft.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do your research, because you can't just come out and say, oh, I want to be an author because you feel like it's like the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
No, you really have to go out there and perfect your craft, because it's 50 million. There's 50 million people that have the same idea you have that feel that their book is just great. And there's 50 million of those on the shelf already. So you have to figure out what will make your book stand out.
Mm.
And if someone's giving you information on or critiquing it, you can't get mad at that because they know what they're talking about. So you
Right.
really have to just also learn to take criticism and take that, put that on your chest and deal with whatever they're saying. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's not always going to be great, but still take the information. It's food for thought.
I love that so much. So listen, Yvette Howard, Hayward knows what she's talking about. The AALAS has awarded awards to past winners such as Isaiah Washington. I'm reading the list here. Hill Harper, Dr. Cornel West, Sonia Sanchez, Michael Eric Dyson, White House correspondent April Ryan. That's everybody's auntie right there. Eric Jerome Dickey, Sherry Shepard, Giselle Bryant, Walter Mosley, Nas, Rashonda Tate Billingsley, Victoria Christopher Mary, whose books have been made into a mini series on
Yes.
Lifetime. So listen, the AALAS is moving, y'all. These pointers we're getting them so liberally today, but wow, this is such an amazing time to be speaking with you. Let me just ask you this: this weekend's award show is coming up, and it's going to be huge. I think it's
It's
going to be huger
Saturday.
than what I've said already. So go ahead and fill me in on just how huge this weekend is going to be.
It is this Saturday. This is my 17th year of doing the award show. So it's the 17th annual African American Literary Award Show. It will be virtual this year. So it's going to be on Facebook, on my Facebook page, African American Literary Award Show. And it's going to be streamlined on Facebook and StreamYard. It's at Saturday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be wonderful. We have a wonderful array of authors that will be there, nominees, winners, everything. And it's really going to be great. And you come there, and it'll be great to see all the different authors that are there. Because what I'm bringing you is over 100 different authors that you may have never heard of, and over 20 categories of literature broken down.
Mm.
So you want to come for that. So if you are looking for a book and you don't know what to get, you're thinking, but you're not sure. I'm bringing you over 100 different authors, so you may want to come and tune in and see what type of book you want, and then you can actually, you'll be able to see the actual author in each category that won in each category, talking about accepting the award, talking about their book, and just everything. So I mean, that might help as well. So I would really hope that you will want to tune in. It's a great award show. It's like the Grammys of the literary world.
And that is no exaggeration, y'all. It's like the Grammys of the literary world. You are exactly right about that. So I want to ask you this, as we gotta hurry up and get out of here. But I want to
Okay.
ask you this to expound on the state of and the future of African American literature. I want to say authorship, all of that, but the state and future of the African American literary world, in your opinion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I thought you were saying so. I didn't know it was a question. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Sure. I wanted to know your opinion on the state and future of
Mm.
African American literature.
Um, I think it could be better. I think there can be more support. Not think there should be more support for African American authors, especially starting with the publishers who give out they give out the book deals. And I feel if you believed in me enough to give me a book deal, then you should believe in me enough to know that I have an audience and I can sell books. I shouldn't have to prove to you that I can sell books.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Just because my name is not a household name doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have an audience. You thought enough about me to give me this book deal.
Right.
So support me in it.
Hmm.
Don't support me after I've proved to you that I can sell books. And then the next go around, then you want to give me what I fully deserve. No, do that now. So
Yeah.
I just feel that people should, definitely support authors. Buy their books. Stop sharing books. Go out and buy the book. Pick it up. Show them that you care and you support them and you want to be there. It's not enough support of authors of color. There's not enough support and there should be more. So I think that's where it is.
I love it. So, last question here, and I've got to thank you for your time today. I'm looking forward to catching this weekend show.
Good.
Amanda Gorman, that's a name that jumps out at me right now. Amanda
Ah,
Gorman.
ah,
What do you think about her? And that jumped in front. I'm gonna ask you about your favorite author and why. But talk to me
I
about Amanda.
love Amanda Gord. I love her, and seeing her, at the inauguration and all, we actually were looking to honor her, but she has like this huge gate around her, so I can't get around the gate. So, but hopefully for next year we'll be able to do so and we can honor her. I think she's absolutely phenomenal. So I totally love her, and if hopefully we can get her for next year and honor her because she truly deserves it. She's worthy.
Wonderful. Last question, then I'm letting you go. Who is your favorite author and why? Actually, the last question is gonna be how we can connect with you and all that stuff. You know how that goes. But who is your favorite author and why?
Oh wow, I have so many. I don't even know if I could name any. Well, one person I'll say who's a new author who I enjoyed reading, and he's opened my eyes up to some is Stephen Anthony King, and he has a book out called "It's Really Good to See You," and he's talking about his journey with eye surgery. And I've known him for a long time, but I never knew his story, and he put that out there about his eye surgery and not being able to see, and the journey it took and the brilliant doctors that it took after like 11, 12, 13 eye surgeries to finally find someone to get it right and do it
Mm.
and make that happen. So he's bringing just more information about eye surgery and taking care of your eyes. And if you're going through that journey, that this is a man that will help you to
Mhm.
get through it, that will tell you about his doctor, take you to his doctor and help you with it. I mean, it's a great read. It's his book came out this year and it is amazing. So I'm really happy about that. So he's my new favorite author.
Amazing. And so I've got to let you go. So let us know, first of all, how we can follow you and connect with you. Secondly, how we can connect with the AALAS. And
Okay.
lastly, how we can watch it this weekend.
Okay. Well, you if you need to email me, you can email me at Yvette at literaryaward show.com. You can go to my Facebook page, which is Yvette Hayward, and the award show page is African American Literary Award Show. You can also go to my Instagram, which is African underscore literary underscore awards. And Twitter is at Literary Awards. So you can go to any of those and connect with me. And just be on Facebook on Saturday, October 2nd at 7 p.m. and go to my African American Literary Award Show page and you can see it live. on the page.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Again, thank you so much for your time today and
Thank you
just
for
sharing that.
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We have been just listen. I just soaking it all in and looking forward to a great show on this weekend. Happy reading, everybody! And listen, follow the instructions she gave us, the tips, the tools, all that good stuff. If you're a writer, connect with other writers. If you're a writer like myself, listen. Let's become better writers. Let's connect
Yes.
with Yvette Hayward and the AALAS. All that, just connect. Okay, this is just a good weekend to connect and learn and to just gain a better appreciation for the craft of writing and the world of literature. All right. Thank you so much again for your time, Ms.
Thank
Hayward.
you. Hi, everyone. How are you? I'm Yvette Hayward, African American Literary Award Show, and I'm hanging out with Fred Willis of Talking Points.